Yeah, okay. Let's go at this again. Just looking here at the weekly chart to review, you can see that the 50-week simple moving average was pivotal in this bottom here that we had before we had the slingshot higher. Going into the daily chart, really we seem to be framing here a small cup, or if you want a handle on the charts just below the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement at 42,589. Also, this resistance corresponds to the February low from the 28th, which comes in at 43,016, and then also the January high, which comes in at 41,986. So this is the trifecta of resistance that we've come up against. One of the things that stands out, one is that we did have a rally up to here in June, pretty close to the resistance area, and then we were rejected very quickly and we came down. We actually made a new correction low. This time around, however, we've actually come and fully tested it. We did pull back. Volume, you can see, declined notably from here. So we had a bullish volume arc here. We're having another bullish volume arc here where we have higher volume on the up days, lower volume on the down days. And then once again, we're having a resurgence of volume, which is exactly the type of thing you want to see in terms of accumulation distribution. Yesterday was a bullish outside day. If you take a look at it from the bar charts, which also is positive, it shook out weak holders down to this high here from June 29th, which comes in at 36,675. And then we closed the day above. So that was actually that was very bullish price action yesterday on Bitcoin. And I think it sets us up for another probe of the 32.8% retracement of 42,589. And possibly a run at the 200-day. It's important to note, though, that we did get an overbought reading at this first test. And the next one, if we do break into a new high, we'll probably get a momentum divergence. I don't necessarily think it's going to mean that that's the end of the rally or that we're going to go into a deeper correction. Odds are we're probably just going to pull back a little bit, nothing too deep. One of the things you want to see, though, is when you strike these overbought conditions is you want to see it, I say, press the envelope or go faster than the speed of sound, meaning that it overlooks that, it continues to go higher. So that's the optimal thing for that to happen now. If we get through this area, the first level of resistance is going to be the 200-day simple moving average of 44,811, and then the 50% retracement of this entire decline from April into June, which comes in at 46,849. That's the near-term targets. On the downside, it's really all about the June 29th high at 36,675. That's got to hold, or something else is taking place. It could be a deeper correction, or we could have seen the high. My view is it would be a deeper correction. Look for support to come in at the 50-day simple moving average at 34,991. Below that, a daily close below that, though, then creates a situation where Bitcoin could fall all the way down to the July low or lower possibly. So we really ideally we want to hold this June 29th high through this corrective process and move higher. But overall, the price action and the volume profile has been constructive, and there's been, putting aside on-chain or fundamentals, there's really been no reason to sell Bitcoin at this point. That's all.
Yeah, you said you have nothing to say, and then you detail out every possibility. That's a good thing.
Sorry.
And I think no worries. I think I agree with you on the current state of Bitcoin right now, because I don't see it having a strong directional bias right now. So that is a little confusing for me. Right. So from my perspective, from a 12-hour time frame, as you can see here, this supply zone ranges from 43,150 to 45,321 is what I'm looking at right now. Within this supply zone is the 50 fib of the correction that we saw here from May 10th to May 19th. So from a short-term perspective, I'm looking at a retest of this level if I'm being bullish on Bitcoin. But from a bearish perspective, I think Bitcoin is going to go down to 37 to 41, and as you mentioned, right, this level has been crucial for this uptrend, and if we finally smashed through it and only got one retest. So if we do come down, break this support level here at 37 to 41, we're going to get a retest of 36 361, right? But if I want to draw my doodles around here, I think it would be something like this. Very brief wick down to the 50, and then a move to this fib here, which is 44,750. Right, this is what I'm looking at from a short term perspective. I don't see it break in the supply zone anytime soon, like with like a one swift blow, like what happened here on 26th July. I don't see that happening here, so I think we're going to see a lot of congestion here. Right, and another reason why I'm thinking like this is the short-term target and not anything above it is because of the on-chain metrics here. The IMAP shows that a major resistance is present around 43,859, so roughly around 44,000. But anything below that, like very short-term resistance level, and can be blown away by a minor spike in buying pressure. So this is what I'm looking at. So
So that's just above,
44,000.
yeah, that's like just above the 38.2% retracement of the April to June correction, then is where that resistance on the that you showed comes in on the out of the money. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like it gets you through most of the resistance, and then right at the edge it gets you right with a trap of resistance there. It's interesting.
Yeah. So I think something like this is going to play out here. Like we saw the swing high on June 15th at around 41,300, and we barely swept above it, and then we hit a retracement, right? So I think something that like that is going to happen here. A similar move will play out here. A sweep above 44,750 or over here, which is approximately 44,100 is what we're going to see, and then a retracement. So that is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin, a minor retracement and then a pullback, or a minor retracement and then an upswing, or like an upswing that first tags this level here and then pulls back. Right. Either way, I'm not expecting it to go beyond the 50 fib, which comes around 35,681, 618. Right. Going below this would kind of invalidate the bullish move, the bullishness that it's developed since this particular rally on 20th July. I think if that were to happen, we're either going to come down to these two support levels, which is 34,656 and 33,185. That's it for Bitcoin from both technical and on-chain perspective.